Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have your self to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and they weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LGBT. We are the underground out the job. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
Man, y'all like, share, subscribe. As y'all come on up in here, man, press 2. If y'all can hear me, man, press 2. If y'all can hear me, we got a mic check. 1 2 1 2. If y'all can hear me, press 2 in the comment section. Salute to everybody that's gonna tap in, man. I got some breaking news for you guys, man. You know, shout out to the brother, you know what I'm saying, the Diddy docket, and also, man, down in the rabbit hole news. These people are out here going hard. They're out here getting the official transcripts, and I want to shout out to Inner City as well, because Inner City is holding everybody down, doing a great job. But they're doing as well as they can, and I told you guys those are some of the transcripts. Those are not like the word for word transcripts, and it's a lot that's left out. But they do as best work as they can do, and we salute them for getting that out to everybody, man. And but the official transcripts down in the courthouse leave out a lot of information. And today, you guys, I mean, shout out to Down in the Rabbit Hole, man. I'm going to share her channel, you know, in the comment section below. She just dropped the official transcript from court today when Brian Steele, lawyer for Sean Diddy Combs, one of the lawyers for Diddy, Brian Steele got absolutely rejected. In the official court documents today, Brian Steele got rejected as he asked during a sidebar. He told the judge that he was going to push for a mistrial, and the judge completely shut that ass down. The judge completely shut that ass down. No question about it. The judge's like, "Oh, you out your damn mind." Now, Brian Steele, and I'm gonna let you guys hear some of Down in the Rabbit Hole, and like I said, great information that she put out, and I'm going to, matter of fact, we're going to talk about this right now. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put a little piece on the screen of the real transcript, because like I said, some people like this is down in the courthouse transcript. So down in the courthouse transcript is everything. It's way more than what's the bits and pieces that's being put out, and doing a great job that they're doing in Inner City. Inner City's doing a great job, but it's not everything. People are thinking, oh, that's everything that's being said. No, that's not everything that's being said. But what we're gonna do is, and I knew this was gonna happen, man. Diddy is on the ropes, and they know it. They know he's down, and they know it's real bad right now. But you guys are gonna be surprised by what happened today, because Brian Steele, he let off a big one in the sidebar, and it's right there in the transcripts today. And again, shout out to Down in the Rabbit Hole News for dropping it like it's hot on the world, Craig. And as you guys can read right there in that sidebar, that was today. Brian Steele at the sidebar asked the judge, "May I?" And the judge says, "Yes." And Brian Steele said, "Your Honor, I'm going to move for a mistrial. The government knows the answer is about to be that Mr. Combs has had other people killed. This is an outrageous question. The judge says he didn't say that. Brian Steele said, but he will say that. The judge says he hadn't said that. Brian Steele said, well, he's about to say it. And I'm putting the court on notice. And the judge laid the smacketh down and told Brian Steele, you ain't putting a damn thing on notice. There ain't going to be no mistrial. Point blank, period. And, bro, shout out to Down in the Rabbit Hole News for, man, picking this up late at that sidebar. The official court documents, the ones that y'all don't see online. The official word by words. And that boy, I was watching this video, that entire play-by-play today, forget, y'all looking at the one that's on line on Inner City. That ain't the official. You got to go down to the courthouse and get the official transcript, the one that they typing in the court of everybody saying, the official transcript, that gets every word. We're missing a whole lot. A whole lot. And that's no shot at Inner City because they're doing the best they can do, albeit the situation. But if you look at those real transcripts, man, boy, you missing the whole slab because Kid Cudi went in today. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, when they basically tried to get him to get off that, you know, he thought that Diddy did that too. No, I thought he thinks Diddy did it. Look at the official transcripts. And he stood 10 toes on that. And that's why I told y'all earlier today, I said on Tuesday, yeah, it's $500 for the official court transcripts on each day. $500 to get the word by word. So you guys are getting the bits and pieces as much as they can give you in Inner City. But the word by word transcript, the official one that's being typed that has everything, that a lot of people are missing all this information. Brian Steele asked for a sidebar today, Diddy's lawyer, and got slammed on. And shout out to Down in the Rabbit Hole News. And I'm going to give her all her props. And matter of fact, I'm going to put a link to her channel after this video is over with at the top of the comment section so y'all can go check out that video. But I'm going to talk about some of what she said. Now, let's get into some of what she said right here.
Here's the sidebar. May I, Mr. Steele? Yes, the court. Your Honor, Mr. Steele speaking. I'm going to move for a mistrial. The government knows. Hold up. Let me get this down real quick. Wait. A mistrial? Hold up. Your Honor, I'm going to move for a mistrial. The government knows that the answer is about to be that Mr. Combs has had other people killed. This is an outrageous question. He didn't say that, Mr. Steele responds. But he will say that. He hasn't said that. Well, he's about to say it.
Now, let me stop that right there. That's guilty conscience. And I told y'all, Brian Steele overhyped me. I told y'all this. He overhyped me. Brian Steele over there telling the judge, he's going to say that. The judge says he didn't say that, though. But he's going to say it. I know he's going to say it. What do you mean you know he's going to say it? How do you know he's going to say it? Where do you get that he's going to say that Diddy has had other people killed if you ain't even asked the man a question? Come on, bro. Brian Steele is down there saying, bro, this is crazy work. This is crazy work. How do you know what he's going to say the answer to the Brian? So Brian Steele is banking on an answer to the question to come out. Man, this is crazy work, bro. Let's keep going.
I'm putting the court on notice. The court responds, no, you don't get to put me on notice. There's no ground for any kind of application along those lines.
And the judge stepped on him. Shout it Down in the Rabbit Hole News, girl. You got it. The judge says, hey, you don't get to put nobody on notice. The hell you talking about? You better sit down and get the smackdown laid on you here in the courtroom. If you smell what the Rock is cooking. Oh, what the hell is wrong with you? Hold on. Down in the Rabbit Hole. Hey, man, this girl should have over 100,000 subscribers, man. She should have over 100,000 subscribers. I be watching the channel from time to time. She always be finding this stuff, bro. She always be finding this stuff, bro. Crazy work. But this is what happens when you stay in the paperwork. You understand what I'm saying? Get out your emotions, get out your feelings, and get your ass in the paperwork. That's why people get mad when I say Diddy's going to prison forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. But I'm in the paperwork. I know what the hell is going on. And I'm trying to tell cats, hey, man, I ain't going to come out here and lie to people and push lies. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to come out here and say what a TI is, period. You understand what I'm saying? Man going to jail forever and a day. Point blank, period. Look at his response. Look at the judge's response. Brian still talking about something, but he will say that. The judge said he hadn't said it. Brian still say, oh, well, but he's about to say it. I'm putting the court on notice. The judge says, hold on, no. You don't get to put me on notice. Kawhi laughed on their ass, man. He said there's no grounds for any kind of application along those lines because no question that you're talking about has been asked and the answer has not been given. Now, what is your objection to the question that was asked? Brian Steele said, why were you scared of Mr. Combs? He's talking to Kid Cudi. Brian Steele sat up there and told the court, he told the judge today in the transcripts that he thought that Kid Cudi was going to answer his question and say, hey, man, because Diddy's had people off before. Are you serious? It's right there in the transcripts. Shout it down in the rabbit hole. It's right there in the transcripts. The official transcripts, not the ones y'all seen on what you call it. Read it right there. At the sidebar. This is when they had that sidebar. He said, may I, Your Honor? The court said, yeah. The judge said, yes. He said, hey, Your Honor, I'm going to move for a mistrial. The government knows that the answer is about to be, how does the government know this? If Diddy is not enriched in any of that type of trouble, drama, so you're saying that this dude knows that Diddy is allegedly doing this to people? Or he's going to say that. How do you know that? Brian Steele, bro, that's crazy work, bro. And these people paying $500 a day to get them transcripts down there from the courthouse. Salute to all them people, man. That's the real talk that's going on. Not this shit they put out here on YouTube, where all these people reacting off stuff. That's why I told y'all I got people in the courtroom that's getting the verbatim talk. Not this talk that's coming on YouTube. Nope. Your Honor, I'm going to move for a mistrial. The government knows the answer is about to be that Mr. Combs has had other people killed. This is an outrageous question. The judge says, hey, man, he didn't say that. But he will say that. The judge said he hasn't said that. He said, he's about to say it. Brian Steele was afraid. Brian Steele stopped because he was afraid Kid Cudi was going to say in open court what he just said up there about Sean Diddy Combs. He wanted a mistrial because he guessed what Kid Cudi was going to answer the question as. And the judge just came in there and just, he did what he do, laid the smack down. He said, well, he's about to say it, and I'm putting the court on notice. The judge says, man, no. You don't get to put you don't get to put me on notice. The hell wrong with you? There's no grounds for any kind of application along those lines. Because no question that you're talking about has been asked, and the answer has not been given, says the judge. Now, what is your objection to the question that was asked? Brian Steele says, well, why were you scared of Mr. Combs? And his answer is going to be because Mr. Combs is violent. He has had, see, bro, listen, how does he know what this man's answer is going to be? Did he talk to Kid Cudi before Kid Cudi got up on the stand? That's why I told y'all, man, Diddy going to prison forever and a day, man. Then he gone to prison, period. That head strap, semi-ride. About to go to prison. I'm trying to tell y'all this, man. Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy work, bro. Shout out to Down in the Rabbit Hole getting that smoke. Down in the Rabbit Hole news out here in the clutch in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. In the clutch. See what else she said.
Because no question that you're talking about has been asked, and the answer has not been given. Now, what is your objection to the question that was asked? Mr. Steele continues, or speaks. Why were you scared of Mr. Combs? And his answer is going to be because Mr. Combs is violent. He's had other people killed. His understanding of the things that had happened and his understanding of what the event is not a 404A issue, which is what was raised, correct? Mr. Steele responds, it's not going to be a 4. It's not like, okay, the court interrupts. That was the objection that was raised. So what is the objection? Mr. Steele responds, he called his friend. This is what is in the 3,500. I know the court read it. He called his friend who told him that Mr. Combs had other people killed. I believe that's going to be the answer. Why?
He said he called his friend who told him that Diddy has had other people off. Come on, man. Brian Steele is up there guessing answers. And he wants a mistrial because he doesn't want Kid Cudi in open court. In open court. I already heard allegations that they didn't want too much testimony on the situation with that puppy. That's those are allegations are out there. How true they are, I don't know. But we heard about that. We heard some rumors about that today. Because they were skeptical about how people was going to feel about that situation. See, I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. Bro, man. Listen, man. That's crazy work. If you go say that in the front of the judge, bro, and y'all ask me why I think the judge gonna give him, bro, the judge gonna give that man life. He gonna give him life, bro. And come Tuesday when they go back to court, when old girl get on the stand, forget her. I told y'all this, and I'm gonna say this to everybody that's watching this video. The feds went out to Sean Diddy Combs. They know who he is. If you think they was coming to play, all these people that say, oh man, because see, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on, man. God don't like ugly, man. And see, the problem is a lot of these people, they don't believe in God. So I understand it's cool, no problem. No problem. You understand what I'm saying? You can't force nobody to believe how you believe. That's okay. You don't want to do it? Okay, cool. You know, hey, I respect your space. But I'm standing on what I believe in. And I want y'all to think about this shit. They're trying to say, oh, this is a domestic violence case. No, it's not. Domestic violence is when you're beating up on people in your home. That's like your relationship, your girlfriend, your wife. That's DV. Abuse and assault is when you're beating up on citizens. Diddy been beating up on everybody. The nigga hit the girl that's the friends with Cassie, the Morgan girl that paid her $30,000. Is that domestic violence? No, nigga, that's abuse and assault. That's right there under the Rico. But niggas don't want to talk about that. And Lord have mercy. Did you hear what Suge Knight said? Suge Knight been said. Suge Knight have alleged that Diddy put the absolute beats on Capricorn. That's what Suge Knight said. I'm telling you right now. That's what Suge Knight said. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Come Tuesday, they left this cliffhanger for a reason, everybody. Oh, the feds have been working like G's. They left that cliffhanger for a reason. Because come Tuesday, Capricorn is on the docket. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Capricorn worked over there for 11 years. Now, what Suge Knight alleged was, not Ticket. Suge Knight been alleged this. Suge Knight alleged that Diddy, and I'm going to say it again, absolutely, and see, I'm going to let you, this girl right here, this ain't Diddy's girlfriend. No, 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 no. Ooh. Whew. And forget her. From what I've heard, the feds have went deeper than her. And the mistake everybody on YouTube is making is that they're thinking it's all about Cassie. Cassie is just one victim. There are many more, baby. There are many more. And it's going to be tiresome for these niggas to cap for every other victim they don't know. And the more people that come in and testify, verify the stories of Cassie Ventura and Dawn and Carrie and all of these other people, the more people in the inner circle that take that immunity because they don't want to do 15 to 20 years off of Rico. It's going to be hard to overcome if those people that were closest to you, some of these people that, I'm just going to say this, Sean Diddy Combs, he better hope. I saw something, and I'm not going to talk about it right now. But when it comes up, I'm going to show everybody. So you guys remember what I said now. Because if it comes up, I'm going to say, remember I told y'all that if that comes up, I'm going to take you back and I'm going to show you how I knew what had happened. I'm going to say it like this, and I want everybody to listen to what I'm saying very closely. Diddy is watching all the people that surround him, that work for him, take deals. And if you watch how the feds are doing, they're getting other people to implicate other people. And that puts more pressure on those other people to tell the truth in a court of law and hand over that evidence. And I've heard there are a lot more surprises, some that you guys will never know. This Kid Cudi situation is far from over with, baby. Because on Tuesday, there will be verification. If you go back and read the free trial paperwork, it says, for example, in the early mornings of December 22nd, 2011, the defendant and a co-conspirator kidnapped an individual. Diddy and a co-conspirator kidnapped an individual at gunpoint. Everybody said, where's the Rico? Oh, I don't see Rico. I've already showed you Rico, but you want to see more Rico? You want to see more Rico? I don't think you want to miss Tuesday. What I heard, Tuesday is going to be the hottest day of the week. Because you know how they say on Tuesdays and Thursdays, baby. But Tuesday, oh my God. In the early hours of December the 22nd, 2011, the defendant, Sean Diddy Combs, and a co-conspirator kidnapped an individual at gunpoint to facilitate breaking into entering the residence of another individual, one who we now know is Kid Cudi. Read the next line. Multiple witnesses will testify at trial to the events surrounding the kidnapping and break-in. See, when all those people go to court and they testify about what they saw and what happened, and what if the feds, Tasha Brown, you're far from your way off. You guys are saying names in the comment section that have nothing to do with this case. Nothing at all. You guys are just saying names. John, all you guys, y'all saying names. Those people have nothing to do with this case. Nothing. Oh, man. But I think I know somebody who does. And the defendant and the co-conspirator kidnapped an individual. Now the question needs to be asked. How does the feds know that they kidnapped an individual? Who is that individual? Did the feds find that individual? Do the feds have that individual? Will that individual show up in court and blow this whole thing to smithereens? The defendant and the co-conspirator kidnapped. And what about the co-conspirator? Is the co-conspirator who allegedly went with Diddy, is he shaking in his boots because the feds say you kidnapped somebody at gunpoint and we got you dead to right with multiple other witnesses, and you remember Kid Cudi's testimony today? You guys didn't see his full testimony. You only saw bits and pieces, but Kid Cudi made a starch testimony today. And if you pay that $500, you can go get the transcript, or you can go listen to the homegirl down in the rabbit hole. She reads out the entire transcript from today. And in that transcript, Kid Cudi said that he got a phone call. And that phone call said, hey man, Diddy's at your house right now. And he asked the person on that phone, well, how the hell do you know Diddy's at my house right now? And the person on the phone told him, I know because I'm here with him. Ah, oh man, who was that person? It was the co-conspirator. Gonna give up everything. Steve Harrison, you're completely wrong. The person and the people you guys are naming in the comment section, Steve Harrison, you couldn't be more than wrong. Vex34, you're wrong. You guys are naming all those celebrities, you're wrong. It has nothing to, none of those celebrities y'all are naming have anything to do with this case. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. Oh man, if you only knew what's about to happen. Well, I'm gonna sit back, because if they had a bet in the casino, in the sports book, I would walk down there this weekend, or maybe drive, and bet every single dollar I had. If you smell what the feds are cooking, boy. I'm telling y'all something, man. You better not miss next week. I was told today by somebody that was down in the courthouse that it's going to be a movie next week. And you know how in a movie, it's all types of suspense and things you never thought would happen. Well, in the courtroom, I told you guys earlier, it's where idols become rivals. Oh, man, bro. Multiple witnesses would testify at trial. Kelly trial, you're wrong. Completely wrong. Donovan Baker, you're completely wrong. None of those celebrities you guys are naming have anything to do with this case. You're totally wrong. Multiple witnesses would testify at trial to the events surrounding the kidnapping and break-in, the latter of which is corroborated by police reports and other records. Approximately 2 weeks later, the defendants, co-conspirators, set fire to Kid Cudi's vehicle. Now, how do they know? You have to ask yourself a question. How do the feds know? 100% to put this in the paperwork. How do they know that approximately 2 weeks later, Diddy's co-conspirators set fire to Kid Cudi's vehicle, slicing open the car's convertible top and dropping a Molotov cocktail inside the interior? How do the feds know for sure? You have to use your brain and ask yourselves, Rose, Belazita, no. These people that you guys are naming have nothing to do with this. Nothing. You guys keep saying these people's names. They're totally not even in the situation. You just have to wait till next week. It's going to be a movie, man. Next week, I'm going to say this much. It's going to be undeniable for them to say Rico. Next week, the excuses are going to change. And what they're going to say next week is, oh, they're all rats. They're all snitches. That's what they're going to say next week. You guys got to wait for it. And when it does happen, I guarantee damn well to you, I will come in this chat room. And the day it happens, I will show everybody that's watching this video how I knew who it was and what it was way before everybody else. And when you see what I show everybody, when you see it, everybody's going to say, damn, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? And I'm going to tell you, because good old Ticket over here, I don't miss nothing. And I've seen it already. And when I saw it, I said, damn. And I just leaned back. And I was looking like, what? To everybody who's talking about these celebrities, you're all wrong. You're all wrong. You guys are naming all these celebrity names. All of you, you're all wrong. Every last one of you are wrong. This motherfucker, bro, I swear to God, man, I want to say it, but I can't say it. But I will prove to you how I knew after court next week. I will prove to you how I knew. I will give you a hint. And I'm not going to say it. I will give you a hint. And you have to guess yourself. But you have to ask yourself, how are the feds so sure that it was Diddy and a co-conspirator that kidnapped that individual at gunpoint, facilitating or breaking into and entering into a residence of another person? You have to ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. And the second part is, ask yourself, how did the feds know that approximately 2 weeks later, that Diddy's co-conspirators set fire to Kid Cudi's vehicle? How do the feds know that? Today in court, the great Brian Steele said there was a woman's DNA on the car. Well, let's play a game. Let's say the DNA that they saw in the car was Cassie's. What does that mean? Nothing. Because Cassie's DNA would be in the car because she was with Kid Cudi all the time. So the person's DNA may not have been in that car because they may have been smart and not touched the car. But you have to ask yourself a question. How do the feds know? Because they wrote this in the paperwork. And I was thinking about that. The whole time, like, how the hell do the feds know that Diddy sent those co-conspirators? How do they know? And I saw something. It took me a while. I swear it took me a while. But I saw something. And when I saw it, I sat back in my chair and said, oh my God. They not gonna believe this. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I give y'all hints on my channel all the time. All the time. And I'm gonna tell y'all after it goes down. Because it's gonna be poetic justice. Gus, it's not any celebrities. It's not any celebrities. Somebody said, why not just say it? Because it's not right to say it. You let it play out in court. And I show you how I knew before with indisputable evidence that I'm going to show you. That's open to the public. If you thought the way I thought, you could go look and find it right now. It's out there. The answers to these questions are out there. You just got to seek and you shall find. It's not a politician. It's not a celebrity. Oh, man, these people, boy, I swear to God, man, that boy Diddy is shaking, boy. The feds know what they doing. They left Diddy on a cliffhanger. They knew that they don't go back to court till Tuesday. He got to sit and think about this shit. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And somebody said, you think it's capped? Let me tell you something, baby girl. I was never capped. I was never capped. I was never capped. I'm just going to tell you. Read that paperwork on your screen right there. And study every single word. And ask yourself, how are the feds so sure about that? What type of evidence do the feds have to say that? Because you know they have to have evidence to say that. So I'm going to leave that little writing on the screen from the transcripts, the pretrial paperwork, and I'm going to see if you guys can figure it out. But I know one thing. She up next. Tuesday morning, baby. They could have started with her today. They had a good 20 minutes left. They could have started with the questioning. They left early today. They left around 2:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They left around 11:40 p.m. Pacific Time. They saved that one for Tuesday, baby. And I'm going to say this one more time. All these people that keep talking about, oh man, this is a domestic violence situation. When you start putting your hands on everyday citizens, that's not domestic violence. That's abuse. That's assault. And if you go back and you look at the Rico, because everybody's just acting like they deaf, dumb, and blind. The Rico says it right there. The Rico says that the defendant abused, threatened, coerced. We've already seen all that. That's the end of Rico right there. They said that he engaged in crimes of sex trafficking. That's just one part. Everybody keeps saying, oh, this is a sex trafficking case. No, that's one part of the Rico. The feds only have to prove two aspects of that Rico. This is the part people don't understand. That's destroying people. This is one charge. The Rico has a life sentence. I seen some white dude with a bald head up there looking like buckwheat sitting up there talking about something. I can't believe I don't see anything. Well, you don't see nothing, jabroni. Because it says it right there. It says attempted to engage in, among other crimes. Among other crimes. One of them is sex trafficking. They've already proved the forced labor. Dude up there said he was working 80 and 100 hours a week. The other dude said They was working 20-hour days, got 4 hours of sleep every day, and worked 3 straight weeks with no breaks. They said it's an open court. The kidnapping, that will be proved on Tuesday. We already saw the kidnapping with Cassie in the hotel. That's one. But the kidnapping, without a doubt, that's going to be proven on Tuesday. I will give y'all that. The arson, Tuesday. These are all the aspects right here of the Rico. And no, it's nobody that is a personality online. I'm talking about people who was really in the situation. So if you just read it, it says bribery. He's already bribed many people. That's a part of the Rico. That's what they're accusing Diddy of. So all these people that's hooting and howling on TV, oh, this is domestic violence. No. Because once you start beating up other people around you, and all these other things, that's abuse. That's assault. That goes beyond just a domestic violence situation. That is why they charge that under the Rico. Read. And one of the things they accuse him of is sex trafficking. Read it right there. Among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, which means, hey, you got these guys out here working 20-hour days. This dude ain't had a day off in 3 weeks. He getting 4 hours of sleep a day. That's illegal. That's forced labor. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, these people, in my opinion, man, they getting paid to lie, bro. There ain't no way you supposed to be a real political analyst or you supposed to have went to law school and you can't figure that out. You're a liar. All you have to do is Google the forced labor rules and regulations. And he said that a lot of them cats was out there working them hours. The David James guy said that. And then George Kaplan came on and said he was working 80 to 100 hours a week. He says they got to prove that part, though. They already did, sir. The hell is wrong with you, sir? You know how they proved it, sir? Let me tell you how they proved it. Diddy's lawyers didn't contest any of that shit. And what you didn't know, baby boy, is they were putting all this evidence in the court. Shit that you're not seeing on a daily basis. Because you're looking at the online from inner city transcript. That is nowhere near the full transcript or the full evidence that's been entered in court. See, all the stuff that the jury and them people have seen in there, the jury have seen stuff that the people that's over in the overflow room and then they ain't even seen. Another clown says, how's it a Rico with one guy? Because everybody else snitched on them. They're not dummies. They all, the whole rest of the enterprise took plea deals, nigga. And admitted to their crimes in open court. Admitted to buying drugs, passing the drugs to Diddy, using the corporation accounts to get reimbursed. You're not listening, sir? You're not in the transcripts? The official transcripts, not the ones online from. I'm talking about the ones that the people are paying the $500 for every day to get the full official transcript, which is like 4 times longer than the one you're seeing online. Way more detailed. You want to keep getting cooked, sir? You easy to beat, Playboy. You guys come in here every night with the same shit. And I'm sick of explaining it. But that's okay. I'll burn fire to your empire. Yes, Aya. Live wire, nigga, holler back. So yeah, it's easy cooking, you bums. That's easy cooking. Right? Don't get mad at me because I stand against bullshit. Don't get mad at me because I don't like to see no women's getting their hands in the hell beat out of them like that. And I think Diddy is a living piece and walking scum of the living earth. You're mistreating everybody around you. People talking all that shit. You ain't nobody that was work with this nigga that was ain't nobody up there. You don't see no march. You don't see no protest around the goddamn courthouse. Where all the artists at? Where all the artists he worked with online saying free Diddy? Where they at? Where all the former bad boy artists at? They scattered like roaches, nigga. Because they know the truth. They know the truth. They know the truth. See, when you're a good, honorable person, people come to your court date. They come to see you, man. They genuinely don't want to see you hurt. When people believe that you're a good person, because I'm going to tell you something. Any of the dudes that y'all hear me shout out, if they get in a jam, you ain't never going to hear me be talking down them dudes. You know why? Because I believe in these cats, and I respect them cats. Diddy don't have nobody that respect that nigga, except for niggas who don't know him. Think about what I just said. If your niggas who you don't came up around, people you don't work with all these years, if they can't vouch for you, nigga, you done. It don't matter what nobody else say that don't know you. Nigga, you done, nigga. And what you call told y'all the other day. Everybody talking about Cassie. The nigga who what you call it said the other day, Myron, he's down there from Fresh and Fit, he's down in the courthouse. He said that he was told the dude that gave him the whole case was Lil Rod. Because Cassie hadn't been in the picture soon enough for the feds to have that window. It was Lil Rod who gave him all the information for the raid. Allegedly. And that explains why he was down there on day one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what the feds did was they put all it under the Rico right there. Sex trafficking is just one part of a Rico. Everybody keeps saying, I don't see Rico. Racketeering is when you use your business and organization to commit crimes. Diddy had Combs Global, Combs Businesses, Bad Boy. The dude had just told y'all in court, man, we was using Bad Boy accounts, you know what I'm saying, to get reimbursed. The dude was telling y'all all these things in court about how they was going and buying drugs from One Stop, bringing them back to Diddy. He said, I pay my own money, I get reimbursed by the company. That's what he said in open court. You guys got to see all this, right? So I'm just telling y'all what it is, man. You're mad at me. Just ask yourself, why ain't nobody else in the industry stand up? That's the question I want to ask. Why is nobody You don't even see why Stevie Jane down at the courthouse. You don't see nobody out there, bro. That shit is ghost town for you. See one dude with a Free Puff t-shirt on, and we ain't never seen him around before. I'm just keeping it real, bro. Because I know one thing. In life, it's supposed to be about being an honorable person. Being a good person to people, man. Treating people with respect, man. Not using your power to be an effing scumbag. Not using your power to shit on your people. Make them feel lesser than. Yeah, man. So when you hear these people talk about Diddy, it's all scathing. Scathing. Both dudes they brought in the court said, man, I had to quit, man. It was so bad. I had to get up out of there, man. Like all the shit Diddy was doing, man, I had to get up out of there. It was just too bad. I couldn't work in those type of conditions. Nobody want to blame Diddy for his actions, though. That's the sad part. Diddy had all the tools to be successful. Great work ethic, drive, motivation, ear for talent. He knew what the hits were, what they sounded like. He was going to work hard, put the hours in. The dude was an absolute beast, man. He just an asshole, man. And don't none of his niggas vouch for him. Because I tell you right now, niggas I know, if them niggas is on court, it'd be a whole lot of niggas out there courthouse supporting them. That shit is downright sad. You go out that courthouse, that nigga ain't got nobody out there. That should tell you something. Even O.J. Simpson, nigga. When O.J. Simpson was on trial, nigga, the courthouse, outside that shit was packed. Nigga, the whole streets was packed. He was on trial for murder. And the whole street was packed. On a day-to-day basis. Look at all those people that were speaking up for OJ. OJ had white folks speaking up for him. And he was on trial for murdering, allegedly, a white woman and a man. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Diddy even said it to Kanye West on the phone, man. He was like, man, I'm by myself, man. They all, you know what I'm saying? They just didn't respect him. The problem was these dudes didn't have enough heart to tell Diddy. When you garner that type of love, that type of respect, I guarantee y'all one thing. I guarantee you one thing. Let Babyface Edmonds been on trial for something. That whole goddamn courthouse would have been packed full of people who supported. Bro, they would have had 1 million man march out there. You think I'm lying? They'd have had 1 million man march out that mofo. Think I'm lying? Let Babyface Edmonds be in a situation that they would have had 1 million man march down at the courthouse. Al Sharpton, all these people, they would have lit it up. They'd have had the National Action Network, all of them. Jesse, every last one of them would have been out there. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't lying. Like that would have been Babyface out there. And see what it would have been. They would say, oh, they got a baby face in the courtroom? Oh, no, hell no, dude. Shit, we finna go up here and get some justice. Think I'm lying. Bro, dude ain't even lying, bro. Bro, on everything I love, R. Kelly had more support than Diddy. Matter what y'all say you do, gotta get this money. Watch out when they come for you. Take all of your honeys. First of the month and rent is due. Gotta get this paper. Y'all nigga, I'm cooking on facts, nigga. I'm telling you, man. That's why I said, bro, nigga, who be with you on a day-to-day basis, man, can't no nigga say nothing to me, nigga. Because on a day-to-day basis, niggas that walk with me, that touch the soil with me on a day-to-day basis will tell you, nigga. Hey, that nigga the same nigga he was in the day, nigga. That nigga the same nigga, the same nigga. And they gonna tell you, hey, man, he loved working with the youth, giving them positive information, feedback, loved doing the camps with them for free. These are all facts. These are all facts. All facts. And that's why I tell y'all all the time, my blessings come from God. It don't come from man. Straight like that. My approval comes from above. But it also shows you how much people respect you when people stand up for you. People that know you, people that came up around you. Ask the question, where is all the people that worked with Diddy over the years? Where they at? Diddy worked with everybody on every spectrum. Where they at? You don't have to, I don't have to lie in here to nobody. I told y'all this. You went back to O.J. Simpson's trial and you go look outside that courthouse? Bro, I'm telling y'all this. It's real. Think I'm lying? Show y'all some pictures. Show y'all some pictures. And y'all know how long OJ case was. OJ case lasted a minute. OJ case lasted a minute. Everybody know this. Look how they was outside OJ case. This how they was outside. Bro, it was a movie for all y'all people that didn't know. Bro, I ain't never seen nothing like it before. This dude had so many, bro, it was literally like half and half. It was half and half. Outside the court, bro. This man was on trial for murder. Bro, it was half and half. You wouldn't believe it. I look at that joint like, man, this is crazy. Crazy. The juice was out that joint getting mobbed outside, bro. They said, man, they don't let the juice loose out there, man. Bro, every day. Go back and look at that trial still on TV every day, bro. I was never capping. If OJ had something, man, that fool had support. That fool had support on all ends. This man was on trial for murder. Forget sex trafficking. He was on trial for a double murder. Am I capping? Am I lying? Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. Look at all the people around him. He on trial for a double murder, and these people around him smiling. White folks. They was like, man, look, man, bro, and everybody who grew up at the time, bro, it was split outside that courthouse, bro. It was split. That was a crazy scene every single day, bro. I was just like, man, bro. Even R. Kelly case, they had protesters outside. I was like, man, they had protesters lined up outside the courthouse for R. Kelly. This dude has so much support. I'm just trying to tell y'all, even with the charges he was facing. You just got to remember. You got to remember that time, man. That time, seeing that. And I remember we watched the verdict in class. I was in school when we watched that verdict. We was right in class. Watched that verdict in class. Dog. The teacher stopped teaching, put that shit on TV. He was like, nah, we're going to watch this verdict. I was like, dog. Bro, I never forget. We was in science class. We were supposed to be dissecting a goddamn frog or something. We ain't even do it that day. We just sat there and watched this. We ain't even do it. But again, man, like I said before, it goes to show you, man. And then you take that same thing and you take other people and you put, I just told you, you put primetime Deion Sanders in that same situation. That whole court, bro, let me tell you something. If primetime, and primetime would never do it because he don't get no, if primetime Deion Sanders was on trial for anything like, bro, I swear to God, that whole block, they wouldn't even be, they had to barricade the whole block. They had to barricade the whole block. I ain't lying. You would have, I told y'all who you had. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, all the whole, bro, the Nation of Islam would have showed up just to show up. They would have showed up deep. You would have had all these dudes out there, bro. Ladies out there, man, it'd have been crazy packed. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. It's all about how you treat people, man. And that's why I can't never respect Diddy, because how that nigga treat people, bro. You can't just be running around here just beating up on anybody, any citizen and stuff. Man, they say he out here beaming apples at the girl. Come on, man. Punching girls in the face, smacking people around, beating people. And that's not how you operate, bro. When you got power, when you got leadership, when you have power and you have leadership and stuff like that, you use that to work in good ways. That's how people respect you. They respect you more when you use your power to do good, to uplift people. So when you do this and you treat all these people like shit, now them people get on the stand and say, man, I quit because, man, I couldn't take it no more, man. Now you see all those years where you mistreated all these people, now they have a chance to hold judgment on you. I'm just telling y'all what the real is, bro. That's why I said, you know, and it gotta hurt Diddy, because like I said, Diddy's a hard worker, man. I respect Diddy's work ethic. I respect his work ethic. I respect his grind as far as just the fact that his ability, his ear to music, all that stuff. You can't never take it away from him. That dude got special talent for music, to hear, to know what hits are, all that. That takes special talent, work ethic, ability. But when you treat people wrong and you genuinely treat people like shit, man, God don't like ugly, my nigga. And that's facts. That's facts. When somebody disrespects you, that's when you bring the drama, nigga. You bring the drama when somebody disrespects you. You don't be out here abusing people, beating the hell out of people. Every girl got something to say about you, you don't whoop their ass. Come on, man. Tell me one girl y'all know that said she was around Diddy extensive time that didn't get her ass whooped. Tell me one. I'm waiting on it. Tell me one woman. That's why I said this shit ain't just about no Cassie Ventura. It ain't just about her. And look who y'all said. Y'all, the person y'all said in the comment section, the only reason why that didn't go down is because she came in the situation with money, security, notoriety, and a shield around her. She didn't really need Diddy. She was already doing movies and all that shit. Peep game. She already had her whole team around her. So that's why I said, man, bro, will you do? And this is going to be a big lesson for Diddy. Like, bro, just respect people, treat people good the way you want people to treat you when you're around them. Because, see, I'm going to tell you something. Instead of you running around here just calling these girls whores and hoes and shit all the time, bro, I tell the girl, hey, listen, man, hey, get yourself right. You need to get yourself right because you tripping. Period. You out of pocket and you tripping. And then just keep it pushing. You know? And when people look at you, they be like, damn, that's an honorable person, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you want the drama, I mean, shit, we can bring it. But it's your approach. You know what I'm saying? And I just, me personally, I think if Diddy, with the talent that he did have, I think if he had a way better approach, I think Diddy would have even reached a higher level than what he did. Because Diddy have charisma. You know what I'm saying? Diddy have charisma and he got a special work ethic about him that was going to make him great. You could just tell he was a hard worker. Think about it, bro. For him to do, Diddy was doing these free calls for all these years. The girl said he was doing the free calls for days, and this nigga was still getting all this stuff done. That's crazy. That is like insane. Dude said they was getting 3-4 hours of sleep a night. But to be able to just grind like that over and over and over and over again and be on point with the performances and just the production of the music. All your artists and stuff like that had great music. You know? So, yeah, man. I hope our youth grow up and learn how to respect each other. You know what I'm saying? Love each other. You feel me? You see somebody down, you see somebody going down the wrong path, help them out. Give them a word of encouragement. Don't shit on them. Kick them while they down. I think about that every single day. It's the last thing I'm going to tell y'all today. Every single day I go outside and drive down the street, bro, and I see a person that is less fortunate or don't have what I have, bro, I'm going to tell y'all something. I used to be so out of pocket when I was younger because I used to crack on people who didn't have nothing. And that shit was wrong, bro, because I never thought of it from their perspective. I never thought that, damn, they wasn't blessed like I was blessed. They didn't have parents who really loved and cared about them and did not want to see them fail and would go to every extent to make sure they didn't fail every time I messed up. So they stuck out in the streets grinding. So when I see these old ladies out there struggling to get across the street asking for money, I always stop and do it because I always think, man, what if that was my grandma? What if that was my mom's? What if that was somebody? I would want somebody to extend themselves and to help them, not treat them like shit, crack on them, joke on them, and do the stuff that people do. Drive by them fast and splash water on the people and shit like that ain't cool, man. Telling you, bro. I don't seen that shit. I don't seen dudes walking with no limbs, missing an arm, missing a leg. And I just be like, instantly, I'd be like, man, God, I appreciate you, man, because you could have put me in that position. I could have been out here humiliated, asking and begging people for something. But you didn't allow me to be in that position, and I'm thankful for that. That's why I gained so much respect for LeVar Ball. This nigga got everything. LeVar Ball got everything. That man got his 2 sons in the league. His other son got an $8 million contract rapping. And what do the man upstairs do? Take his leg. LeVar Ball could have sat out here and started complaining and, you know, disrespecting the man upstairs and saying all kinds of stuff. Man, why would you do this? Blah, 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 blah. Man, he took that in stride, bro. LeVar Ball looked happy as ever, like, man, I'm happy to be here, bro. It could have been worse. That made me gain so much respect for that dude. I was like, damn, dog. I was like, yo, he ain't even letting it, like, he ain't even looking like it's bothering him, bro. They don't amputate this man's leg. See what I'm saying? But yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all feel. Much love to everybody. You understand? They might not understand what I say, but they gonna feel me though. They gonna feel this shit in their soul, my nigga. And that's facts. Like, share, subscribe. All right, you guys. So we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A-Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8 weight-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym, work out, exercise, and do what you got to do. Stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.